everyone! I'm Tara with Kutek. Today we're going to learn how to make a tiered orange poppy seed cake. This is the most advanced cake tutorial in this series. It's an impressively large cake, which requires making batter in batches. For best results, we suggest halving the ingredients for both the cake and the frosting, and working with half at a time. We'll also be covering how to assemble and secure a multi-tiered cake, as well as an ombre frosting effect and piping techniques for a variety of frosting flours. Ready to get started? First, let's make the cakes.
Working in batches if necessary, combine the flour, poppy seeds, sugar, baking powder, and salt in the bowl of a stand mixer, fitted with a paddle attachment. With the mixer running on low speed, add butter, 1 tablespoon at a time, until the mixture resembles coarse meal, about 3 to 4 minutes. Then, add the milk and the orange and vanilla extracts. Add the eggs one at a time until fluffy, about 2 minutes. Scrape down the sides as needed until combined. Now, let's bake the cakes. Divide the batter between prepared pans and place them on the center rack of the oven. Bake the cakes until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean.
While the cakes are cooling, let's prepare the frosting. For this tiered cake, we're making a Swiss buttercream. Due to the quantity of this frosting, most home cooks will have to work in batches in their stand mixers.
First, whisk the egg whites and sugar together in a heat-proof bowl until combined. Place the bowl over simmering water, whisking frequently, until the temperature reaches 160 degrees Fahrenheit, about 5 to 8 minutes. Transfer to a stand mixer fitted with a whisk attachment. Whip on medium-high speed until stiff peaks form and reach room temperature, about 17 to 20 minutes. While the mixer is running, add the butter, 1 tablespoon at a time, until a thick and fluffy buttercream forms. Add salt and vanilla. Once the cakes have cooled, let's frost and decorate them. First, create a flat cake surface using a cake level. This tool creates a smooth, even surface to remove the small crown that cakes develop while baking. This step is especially important when making a tiered cake. To use the cake level, bend the wires on each side of the level to reposition them along the notches. Position the wires to create a small gap to remove a 1/4 inch from the top of the cake. Place the 8-inch and 6-inch cakes on cardboard cake rounds. Transfer 1 10-inch cake to a 12-inch cake drum. Place the 10-inch cake on the turntable. Using an offset or straight spatula, spread roughly 1/2 inch of buttercream evenly over the top, right to the edge of the cake. Place the remaining 10-inch cake layer on top, pressing gently to adhere. Using an offset or straight spatula, spread a thin layer of buttercream on the top and sides. Repeat with the 8-inch and 6-inch cakes. Once all the cakes are frosted, refrigerate for at least 30 minutes until the buttercream is set. To decorate this cake, we'll make 3 different shades of frosting to create an ombre effect. Divide the remaining buttercream in 3 large bowls and add a couple of drops of orange food coloring to 2 bowls. Add a few more drops of the food coloring to one of the bowls to create 2 different shades of orange frosting. Stir to combine, leaving 1 bowl white. Transfer each shade to a piping bag and arrange the frosting from lightest to darkest. Place the 10-inch cake on the turntable. Spread the darker orange frosting over the 10-inch cake. Spin the cake turntable while running the icing smoother over the entire cake to smooth the frosting. Then, pipe dark orange frosting over the bottom half of the 8-inch cake, followed by the light orange frosting over the remaining half of the 8-inch cake. Spin the cake turntable and use the icing smoother to blend the colors. Finally, pipe light orange frosting over the bottom half of the 6-inch cake, followed by white frosting over the top of the 6-inch cake. Spin the cake turntable one more time and use the icing smoother to touch up any of the blended color areas as needed. Now we'll begin assembling the tiers of cake. First, place the 10-inch cake back on the turntable. Insert 3 cake dowels into the center of the cake. Cut the dowels so they are flush with the surface of the cake. Place the 8-inch cake on top of the 10-inch cake and repeat the step with the cake dowels. Top the 8-inch cake with the remaining 6-inch cake. Using tip K11, pipe a small beaded border using the white buttercream around the top layer to cover the cardboard cake rounds. Repeat with a dark orange border on the bottom layer. Pipe small and medium-sized flowers onto parchment paper on flower nails. Use tip T2 for rose blooms. Use tip T2 for apple blossoms. Use tip K48 to pipe hydrangea flowers. Add center details with tip K1. Transfer flowers to the cake using a flower lifter. Arrange the flowers decoratively down the side of the tiered cake.
This recipe is a great example of how, with the right tools, a home baker can create a cake that looks straight out of a professional bakery. We hope you enjoyed learning how to make this stunning cake. For more baking advice and lifestyle inspiration, follow Kutek on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel.